Going on? What's going on here, folks? Good evening, everyone. I shake my head. I went to work this morning at the usual time. Let's end this stuff. Let's end this. Sorry. Regale you with my dulcet tones. Turn this down, it's too loud. It's too loud. I went to work this morning at 7 o'clock, as is usual. 7:15, got to work, and I had a meeting in Manchester. Quite a big meeting with a variety of different managers and some colleagues. And I've only literally just walked through the door about 20 to 7 this evening, so it's just short of an 11.5-hour day. Ooh, good grief. So I'm a little bit tired, a little bit, you know, the meeting lasted a good 6.5 hours, travel time either side, so I'm a bit pooped, but I'm going to soldier on. Cup of tea to bring me round. We'll see how we go. But I am going to be finishing a bit early today. I'm aiming for roughly probably be about 9:30, 10 o'clock finish. Because I've got a few things to do. I literally walked through the door, grabbed a cup of tea and I've sat down to stream. Ever the professional, you know? Ever the professional. So yes, if death does happen, blame my tiredness. We saw these last time, right? Okay, Earl Grey done. So, from what I can remember in the last session, we took down the sands. So they're gone. I mean, that was a big job. So now I think it's just a case of cruising on in to retirement. Get a few bits of money here, a few bits of money there, and then just retire, slink away quietly. Job's a good one, right? Surely nothing else melodramatic can happen now, right? Now, ultimately, we're also trying, maybe now that the pressure's off from the mafia, to maybe be a bit more employee friendly, because they don't like us around the station. You know, we're gathering from the information we've been passed that we're probably not the top of the list when it comes to people's feelings. How do you feel about your chief? He's a bloody slave driver. I phoned in sick numerous times, and he says, no. He's adamant that we can't have the day off. So we might try and be a bit nicer. Okay, so it starts right now, folks. Mr. Nice Guy starts now. I couldn't sleep. Can I take the... No, you can't have the day off. I think I need to feed my... No, you can't have the day off. It's going well. Okay, let's put on some royalty-free jazz music.
Get closer.
Shut up. Adverts.
It still works.
Shut up.
Still works.
Shut up.
Still works.
Get rid of it. Soothing jazz music. Just what you need when you're tired. Just to set you off. Live stream, face down on the desk snoring. That will make for great viewing, I'm sure. How long is the video? 3 hours and 33 minutes. There'll be no straying over this time. Oh no. Yeah, I got hit after the last session. For those of you that don't know, I put on some royalty-free jazz music because I was getting some copyright issues with the in-game music, and that ended after about an hour and 20 minutes, and then some other jazz music played which wasn't royalty-free. And then after the stream had finished the next morning, I was hit with about 12 copyright emails. Boof, 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 one after another. My phone was pinging, pinging, ping. I think, what's going on here? Ping, 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 ping. Oh my God, what's all this? Oh my God. And then I realised what had happened. But anyway, it was only minor. The company was wanting to put adverts on my videos. Fine. Okay, so we have promotion. We have a promotion stripe to give, and I can't remember who we're supposed to give this promotion stripe to. So we'll see across the two shifts. I think maybe Purdy was in line, but I don't know if she's now three stripe or not. We'll have to wait and see. So let's refresh ourselves of the A team, the A shift, because hell, there's been a lot of deaths, a lot of new faces. Okay, so first of all, let's have a look at the long-standing members of the team, shall we? Robbins, good old Robbins. First of all, he had his original partner, whose name now escapes me. And then they retired. And then he had his next partner in crime. And they were tight. They were good together. Bucky. Bucky and Robbins, the dynamic duo. And then Bucky died, I think. Yep, he died. Bucky died. So then he kind of became a semi-partner of Birchie, who died. So what, you know, he's seen a lot of death in his time. He's seen a lot of colleagues fall by the wayside. So he's probably getting a little bit tentative right now and like, you know what, this could be me next. But we'll see. We'll see who he strikes up a partnership with next. Prado just joined the team. 930 professionalism. 3 stripes. He's come to instill some leadership in a team that is being rocked by death. So can he bring it round? We'll have to wait and see. We've got Gorbachev, as he's going to be known. Good old, is it Mikhail Gorbachev here, bringing his work ethic to the police station. We'll see how that fits in. Song, I don't know much about him yet. We'll see how he develops, see if we get any traits. John is still here. 3, he's quietly going about his business. John Cheneau, he's working his way up through the rankings. He's been here a little while, and look at him, he's still here. Look, Percy, strippogram extraordinaire. Send him to all the great jobs that involve a bit of seediness and things like that. That's all he's good for, really. But he's more proficient than he was when he first joined. Darnell and Truve, they've just been hoisted in, literally shoehorned in off the street. We don't want to be police officers. Just get yourselves in here, lads. Come on, we need some recruits. But we don't want to just get in here. Well, you get a nice pension. You may die, but come on down. So, yeah, he is second in command, you're right. So we've got 2 newbies. I mean, they're just making up the numbers right now. So that is the A shift. Looking marvellous. Not. Okay, but before we press on with the day proper, just want to take another look at the station's affairs, just to make sure that we're exactly where we need to be. So let's also check out the B shift while we're here. Good old Yantis Angels, which has just turned a bit sour. Sappy. What happened to Sappy? Sappy didn't die, didn't she? Why has she got that? Why has she greyed out? Remind me. Did Sappy die? Maybe she did. No, Sappy can't have died. I'd have remembered poor old Sappy dying, surely. Top right, is that going to be a funeral? Is this Sappy's funeral? Oh, God. There's a fair few more long-standing police officers in the B shift, so they're doing quite fine. The B shift are A-OK, so it's just that the A shift is a bit lacking, really, and there's nobody to replace them. Let's have a look here. City Hall, one day till we can request some stuff. This has got to be a record. This has got to be a record, right? This has got to be a record. There's going to be no deaths today, we said. No deaths today. Put it in my message, put it in my announcement. No deaths today, okay? No deaths. We are literally 9 minutes into the stream and somebody's died. Yes, an itch of the beast. The mutilated body of Millsap was found in a sewer. A homicide carried out by several men who were cruel and inventive. Holy cow. Oh, Jesus. And she was like the least violent officer. She was not a purdy. She was quiet and meek. This would have been horrific for her, bless her. This would have been absolutely horrific. She would have been terrified out of her wits, and it is horrible. Horrible way to go. Horrible. Ah, that sucks. Oh, that sucks big time. Yeah, but yeah, take note, people. Take note. You know, what was the other game that we played? Not Tonight. Not Tonight ticked me off one time too many, and I refused to continue. I know we'd finished the game, but I could have reloaded and gone back a bit, couldn't I, to get a happier ending. Cut me ties with that game. If Purdy dies, this game ain't getting finished. Oof! I'm culling it. Boom, gone. So you better pray, people. If you want to see an ending to this, you better pray she stays alive. Because I'm telling you now, game is going exactly in the bin. Uninstalled. I'm done. So you better pray she stays to the bitter end. You better pray, people. When it comes to making decisions for her, you better give me sound advice. None of that last week nonsense, trying to tempt me into having people go to jobs without backup, getting 3 officers killed. None of that going on. You better think wisely, folks. Better think wisely. Maybe Purdy was the one that beat her up. How could you suggest such a thing? She wouldn't do that, surely. Okay, this is a 4-man job. This is an assault at an apartment. Roberta Lynn was crying hysterically as she reported that a neighbour had spent the last few days constantly using a power drill. Is this another dentist thing? Or is it just a coincidence that he's using a drill? There's no mention of the dentist here. He and the neighbour quickly fell to blows, and Miss Lynn's husband received a stomach injury from the man's power drill. Nah, this doesn't seem like a dentist. Doesn't seem like a dentist job, and he's injured. There were rumours the man spent some time in the nut house. Right, come on, let's get the new chief on the job. New chief. I'm the chief, of course, but the new senior officer on shift. Gonna go out with a couple of the newbies and assess the situation. Give them some experience of dealing with these types of things. So Prado, Darnell, and Truve en route. Yeah, he's just using a drill. Rather coincidental. Nah, they mentioned a drill. We ain't going. Nah. We don't go to drill jobs anymore. So 135,000 is all we need to make it to our retirement fund. I mean, on our little meagre wages, we ain't going to make it. Okay, the situation is more serious than we thought. Requesting reinforcements. I don't know Prado very well. Is he a panicker? Is he somebody that panics too much? Is he a bit cautious? Seems a bit of overkill, but we don't want any catastrophes here. He's got 2 newbies with him. Maybe they're buckling under the pressure. Let's send a man who knows what he's doing to the job. Let's send a man who can be relied upon to provide adequate reinforcements. Percy's on the case. Don't take your clothes off, Percy. But if Percy can't solve it, nobody can. Right, Fleet Street, destruction of property. A woman witnessed students running into the telephone booths and tearing out the receivers. Okay, kids running around in booths. If there's one officer that we can rely on to deal with kids in a harsh manner and teach them what it is to respect property, it's going to be good old Gorbachev. Take song with you and off you tootle. Give them a good old slapping. It is the 80s. This was common practice in the 80s, before all this human rights business and, proper conduct came into it. Police people used to give clips around the ear roll. Well, I think. Taught people respect. Fight on the beach. Fight on the beach, and we have 2 cops to go to the fight on the beach. It's bad. Shall we go to it with just 2 officers and wait for backup? A family walks out to the beach and noticed that a few surfers were gathered in the water, arguing. They're about to fight. It could be. False job. Wouldn't want to risk it. I think we'll send 2, reassess. Send 2, they may not even go, actually. They may not even go. They might not even attend. Oh, they will attend. Ooh. Ender Court, officers unharmed. Percy saved the day. He rode in there swinging his truncheon to the sound of some strippogram music. And the people were so shocked that they were snapped out of their stupidity and they came quietly. And Prado was very impressed with Percy, very impressed. These 2 wet lettuces, he just stood there gawping. They were probably scared by the drill. Oh, well done, destruction of property, as I said. Good old Gorbachev, you know, picked up the broken receivers and proceeded to beat the kids around the head with them. But yes, thankfully CCTV in the 80s was a bit scarce, you know, because a few bumps and bruises. But they were taught a lesson. They won't be ripping receivers out again anytime soon. Right, now hopefully some backup will arrive by the time they request it. Got to leave a lot of cops free for backup here. Firefight, suspicious individual. Let's take a quick look at a couple of these. Who's the big job? 2 big black SUVs are facing off in the centre of the city and armed men are exiting the vehicle. Started firing at each other. Holy cow, that's bad. That's bad. That's a firefight. Gunfight in the OK Corral. And 2 girls saw a creepy male. Ooh, that's a false call, that one. False call. Okay. Firefight, big problem. Big problem, but I'm waiting for the backup.
We have a situation here.
Oh, the beach fight. Here we go. No, only 2 officers have gone to this one. So we've got to be careful. But it's Robbins. It's John. Experienced. It's just a moth. Okay. So the police are having difficulty crossing the deep sand, and the surfers are already thrashing each other's balls. Right, good thrashing. Take off your shoes and throw them. Perhaps not. Try to grab them, or in surfer accent. Dude, don't break the boards, dude. Right, come on. What would Robbins do? He's a bit of a rough and tumble guy. He's a bit of a rough and tumbler, you know, dynamic duo, dynamicism. I can't say the word, but yeah, taking off your shoes. Yeah, you can't take off your shoes. It's part of your personal protective equipment. You can't remove your shoes. Don't be silly. So yeah, we try and grab them, separate them. Come on, say sense, you stupid buggers. Surfers are covered in butter. They slip through the policeman's hands and escape into the water with their boards. Undress and going after them. Again, it wouldn't be... Come on, let's be realistic here. You won't be undressing. Fire in the air. Guys, can you teach me how to surf? Okay. Undressing is definitely not. Guys, nah, this doesn't seem reasonable. So, hellfire and brimstone. We're going to have some order here. Couple of warning shots. Now listen here, you damn surfer bums. I'm the police officer and you will do as I say. Get your backsides out of the water now before somebody gets hurt.
311A complete.
And they saw the error of their ways and they kind of said, we're only messing about, officer. Anyway, they're all wanged in the van, and I gotta say, this could well have sealed Robin's promotion, because this was badged as a 5-man job. 2 of them have dealt with this. No fuss, no backup requests. Puts Robbins right to the top of the promotion list. Good job, son. Good job. Right, now we can come to that fight, gunfight, gunfight in the in the street. Prado's going, Gorbachev's going. He'd be used to this kind of thing. Percy's got the whole damn kit and caboodle are off and running to the fight.
510 in progress.
Suspicious individual. Of course it was a false alarm. What do you take me for? A shooting in a school? We're not going to struggle. We're going to struggle with that one. We've got no SWAT and we've got only 2 cops. Oh, this is going to be a miss. It's going to be a miss, that one. And it's a very bad crime as well. Very bad crime.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hotspot.
We ain't retreating from a firefight. You've got the SWAT team there. You've got a 940 professional officer here. I think Prado is a bit cautious now. This is the second time he's asked for assistance. We're getting the gist here. He's a little bit. He's got to where he is, I suppose, with some level of nous. But I think he's probably a desk paper pusher kind of officer rather than a go-get-em one, you know. So nah. This is not. I'm much more confident to refuse this than I was when I refused the last one. This is over caution here. Over caution. Plus, we've got nobody to send, and we ain't going to refuse a firefight. Get yourselves in there and do the job properly. Look at that! Bloody hell, Prado. In my office now, Sonny Jim. I don't know what you did in your last precinct, but around here, we do things with dynamics. We do things the right way. We don't push papers at desks and shrink away from confrontation. So the next time you go to a job, pull your finger out, right? We can't afford to be sending backup willy-nilly. You know what I mean? If I see you requesting backup again, I'm going to be very upset, right? By the way, there's another shooting in the school. This is his test run. So he's off again. Let's see if he does a better job. We'll go with the same team. Gorbachev, you, couple of newbies. In fact, no, I think just the 4. No, we'll take the 5. Take the SWAT. I don't want to hear from you. Solve it. No radio chatter. Get the job done. Alright? Get the job done. Police chief there counting his wads of money. 365,000. Puffing on a cigar. Whiskey. The sands are gone. He's getting it on with the DAs.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hotspot.
What did I tell him? What did I tell him? He's not listening here. He's not bloody listening. Who are you gonna call? Not Ghostbusters, Percy. It's all you're getting. Right, I'm gonna ease the stance. I'm gonna send you one officer. But we're having words before the next shift. I'm not having this going on. No, I'm not having this cautious approach. You are taking too many of my cops. If you want to see how real cops do the job, these two are the shining example. Kenya Anderson was called in a homicide. An older man was smoking out on the street and 2 young men walked up and asked for a cigarette, as you do. The man said he didn't smoke and a fight broke out. The old man managed to fend off his attackers until one of them pulled a knife and stuck the man in the chest. And they've gone and disappeared behind a green door. Okay. Let's see how real cops deal with jobs. I'm quite tempted to sack Prado, you know what I mean? It's just not doing it for me. It's just not doing it. I need reinforcements, Prado, you've got the SWAT team with you. Once again, Percy made the difference once again. Swinging instruction. What is a shootout in the school? Not a problem. Who is this guy? Who is this guy that is like super cop? He comes and everything is right with the world. Right. Yeah.
Officer on scene.
Once again,
Looks like we have a
proper
situation.
cops on duty. A few onlookers are gathered around this crime scene. A red-headed man in white clothes is bent over the body and is doing something with it. He is the hot dog man. He's trying to save him. Yeah. Go back! You! Go back! Crowds gathering. Get back! A young woman runs up and says the attacker's already fled. Behind the green door. It's her neighbour. Number 207. Okay. Right. Breaking the house with a rusty door. No. It's always good to go round the back. It's always good to sneak up on them, surprise them, element of surprise and all that. He's well versed in these tactics, is Robbins. He's done it before. All the walls on the second floor are painted with strange symbols. The decorations converge around apartment 205. So we can go to 205. We can go into 207, where we were told to go, or we can just shout out and hope that somebody comes out. "207. Is the witness a part of the trap? Is she trying to feed us false information? Do we go with what we're seeing right here in front of us? Undisputable proof of where the signs are converging. Or do we go with some confused neighbour outside? Nah. We're gonna go with our gut instinct here. Our policing nows. The neighbour could be wrong. This is more pertinent evidence. Let's go to 205.
410
Kick the door down. There's a man there holding knife, dripping with blood, and we pounce on him, and the knife goes flying. And yeah, we hope and pray it was the right guy, and obviously he was the right guy. He's got the blood knife in his hand. So yeah, and as we're walking out, scathing look to neighbour. You want to check your flipping apartment numbers, love. You know what I mean? You could have led us up the garden path. 205, you old bat. 205. Should do it for wasting police time. Right. Whew. I was going to say no deaths, but, well, we never had any deaths in this shift. I mean, obviously Millsap died, but well done, team. And we had some big jobs, shootings and everything. But Prado, or Prado, or whatever you're going to call yourself, in my office now. Declare her dead. We didn't even consider the investigations on that day. Completely forgot to check the detective work. They're fine. They're self-sufficient. You can tell I wasn't a plain clothes kind of police officer. Have total they can do whatever they want. Not interested. More of a uniform guy. Most contraband passes through a dockyard. Beauty contestant breaks leg, and beat Buster's Dance Studio organises performance near the monument. City Hall love us. We have no snitch, so we can't see how the police station are feeling against us. But at this point, do we really care? Take our 135 grand and let's get the hell out of here. I can hardly walk straight. Can I go home? No. There's a big sale going on in the stores today. Can I have the day off? No. My grandfather has epilepsy and the seizures have gotten worse. Oh my god, I'm so worried. The doctors say he needs a special drug and I am the only one who can go and get it. Can I go and get the drugs today? No! Welcome to the force, sir. No. These people need to learn discipline, alright? They dare to question my authority. I'm going to take a hard line now. A hard line with these clowns. With their problems. Mr. Nice Guy would have at least let him off because he's got a valid reason. You know, grandfather, he's got a massive issue with epilepsy and he's the only one that can drive. You know, he's got a valid reason to have the day off. But no, I'm sorry, too many people have tried it on. We don't know who's telling the truth and who's lying here. Right, Purdy or Robbins? Purdy or Robbins, folks? I think Robbins. Purdy is still in charge here. Nobody's threatening her authority right now. She's still the premier officer of the B shift. We give Robin's the strike after his good job yesterday and his continued service, and he will go to second in command on the A team. I think that'll be good for him. So yeah, you've seen a lot of his partners pass away. I think Robbins has earned it. I think he's earned it. Purdy, don't worry. You'll be next. Right, let's have a wee look at the investigations then, shall we? And so, oh, hang fire. Hang fire. Hang fire here, people. Can't have jazz music playing when funerals are happening. It just doesn't fit well with me, you know. It doesn't sit well. What are we doing here? So let's have a quick look at the old labour markets. Still not very good. At City Hall, let's have a request for everything that we possibly can. And they should give us these now because we're on good speaking terms again. And here we go. Officer Fury went down in a blaze of glory. Mr. Loverman. Alright! Vandal. One of the original crew. And perhaps the most painful death, besides Hulk Hogan's of course, of the entire series. Birchie. This was so painful. Ah dear. Right, okay. We've gone on past that now. Oh, if you dwell on these things too long, you'll go mad. Jazz music. Music maestro!
411 in progress.
Yeah, they all died on the same mission. It was a bloodbath. Suicide threat at the school? A middle school student locked herself in the chemistry teacher's office and is loudly threatening to mix herself a lethal cocktail and drink it. Chances are, she wouldn't know how to mix a lethal cocktail. She didn't pay attention in the lessons, no doubt. Teachers are afraid to break down the door and report that the girl has shown unstable behaviour in the past. According to one of her classmates, I think someone broke her heart, but I don't know the details. Does she know how to mix a lethal concoction is the question. Does she know how to... Did she pay attention in her chemistry lessons? We can't take the risk. This is obviously not a job for Purdy. You can't send people single crewed, I don't think anymore. I think they kick off. This is a job for some newbies. Scanlon, you've got 2 stripes. Sort this mess out. Take Revit with you. Scanlon, Revik, let's see how their negotiation skills are with the middle school girls. On the scale of things, this is right down there. If they fail this, their cards are marked. Officer Kenobi is the present name. Good old Anderson. Dealt with? Good. So on the scale of things, Scanlon and Revik can deal with middle school girls. Okay. We'll escalate the level of threat. We'll bear it in mind. So Scanlon and Revik, when they go next time, just got to up it a level. Just a touch. Maybe not higher fight, but the next level of stuff. Oh, wait a second. At the mall, we have a theft. A saleswoman at a clothing store called to report a theft. A girl exited the dressing room wearing 4 t-shirts. Maybe she was cold. And made quickly for the exit. The scanner at the store entrance sounded its alarm, but the thief managed to slip through and ran into the street. We need a runner. We need somebody who's quick. Interesting. fraud. A cashier started flirting with a customer, asking her to show him her ID, or he wouldn't sell her a bottle of wine. He then called the police, insisting that it must be fake. She just couldn't be 35. I'll give her 29 tops. I ain't going to that. We ain't going to that. Right, so Scanlon and Revik, they've dealt with a girl that was locked in a chemistry room, about to threaten, you know, drinking some sort of concoction. Still on the same level in that it's a girl, you know, now nicking some clothing, but now she's more mobile. She's not in a room locked up, she's mobile. 4 t-shirts, on the run. So it's a little notch up, bit of running involved. Right, these are guinea pigs for today's session. Guinea pigs. Can you deal with girls that are not locked in a room? Let's find out. We'll keep testing them. Next they'll deal with a girl carrying a gun. Just small baby steps. This is how we blood in the officers now. We should have this level of escalation to prevent the deaths. Give them a scale of things. Not chuck them in at the deep end perhaps. And of course that was a false call. Right. There we go. Girls running. Very good. So you two can run. That's good to know. So Scanlon and Revik. Very good indeed. Proficient in dealing with all manner of female assailant. So far, at least. Good job, team. I'll keep my eye out for the next job for you guys. Armed robbery? Maybe a step too far. Oh dear. Pawn shop. 3 armed men attempted to rob a pawn shop, but the security system was too much for them. The doors are locked, and the assailants are trapped. They're threatening to kill the owner unless they are released immediately. Okay, well, Purdy's obviously going to oversee this. Anything that involves potential violence, and, you know, we've got armed robbers hemmed in. They ain't going anywhere. Confrontation is bound to happen. So Purdy is going, and she's going to select the officers that she knows she can trust, which is of course Yancey, which is of course Spain, which is of course Asano, and that should suffice for now. Because Purdy's not one for, you know, requiring too many officers to get the job done. She's usually quite a good judge when it comes to how many troops we need to deal with stuff.
9/11 in progress.
Theft at the hospital.
In progress.
Several hospital patients have complained that they've lost valuables and money. See, that could be legitimate. That could be legitimate. That's a tough one to judge, that one. We'll have to err on the side of caution, maybe. A van approached the bank just as it was closing. 3 masked men jumped out and quickly opened the door and disappeared inside. A witness has called the police. The criminals could be armed, but she wasn't sure. Okie dokie. SWAT team required. We'll take our 2 best. Austin and Hode. Austin, of course, has been around the block a few times. She's an experienced officer. Hode has recently arrived. You'll learn a thing or two from Austin. You'll learn a thing or two. She does her job effectively with minimum fuss. And then we'll send... This could well be a false call, but we'll send Anderson and Officer Kenobi. Go forth. And let's have a look at our investigations. We have none. I knew all along we didn't have any. That's why I wasn't bothered about the detectives. I know what I'm doing, even though I look like I don't sometimes. I know precisely what's going on. I'm the police chief. I know everything. Armed robbery. Door, boom, kicked off the hinges. Oh, where's the armed robbers? Where are they? And there they were. Of course, now Purdy is a celebrity. They saw who would come for them, and they didn't even put up a fight. She just had to walk in there, strut her stuff, booming voice. They couldn't go anywhere. Locked in, they were. Locked in. And meek and mildly, they were removed from their sticky situation.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hotspot.
Okay. If Austin's asking for backup, I'm more likely to believe it. You've dealt with girls in chemistry labs. You've dealt with girls running from shops. This is a slight step up. It is a bank robbery, but you're the only cops available. What you need to do to get yourself through this job is whatever they look like, these armed robbers, whatever they look like, just picture them as a middle-aged schoolgirl. Or a middle school, rather. A middle school girl. You know, whatever that middle school is, 14, 15-year-old girl. Picture them as 14, 15-year-old girls, and you can't go far wrong. You can't go far wrong. It's like when you're doing a presentation, you're a bit nervous. They say picture people naked who's sat in front of you. They'll get you through every time, you know. Yeah, oh, lovely, I'm not so worried now. Yeah, picture them as schoolgirls and you'll be fine. Okay, theft in the hospital. This is a real job, apparently. One of the victims said he saw an old janitor quietly rummaging through the ward. Let's get some more information first. This is Austin. She's thorough. Other witnesses, what did you see? A grey-haired janitor tries to quietly sneak away, carrying a big bag. And whilst Austin is gathering the information, Officer Hode has seen this out the corner of his eye. Hold it right there, he shouts.
911.
He does actually run. He doesn't wait. He does run. But thankfully, it's Anderson and Hobart. I got the complete wrong officers here. Apologies indeed. Well, whoever it was, he did a good job. You see, what he did is he just went, bam! Pushed him over with the force, you see. Force pushed him flying. Bag went in the air and he absolutely, job's a good one. Hold it right there, criminal scum. Robbery. Job done. Oh, Austin went to the robbery. Of course she did. Of course she did. Of course she did. I knew that all along. Public indecency in the park. There's a couple of elderly men sitting on a bench in the park playing strip poker. I've never seen anything more disgusting in my life, said Kathleen Bethune. 4 officers for an elderly couple of men playing strip poker? Spain, Asano, deal with this, please. Where's Percy when we need him? That's a perfect Percy job, isn't it? It is the perfect Percy job.
Officer on scene. Looks like we have a situation here.
Vert your eyes, people. Vert your eyes. One man victoriously jumps to his feet, throws his cards down on the bench, turns his bare ass towards the playground, and shouts, "I win! I win!" Oh, hellfire. There's a child there. Oh my god! Okay, he ain't going anywhere. Children, look away! Look away, children! Look away! You'll be scarred for life. And when the children are looking away and we've assured ourselves that they're no longer going to be subject to this torture, yeah, we do throw a coat on the man and drag him away kicking and screaming. My chips, my chips! You've had your chips, pal, you've had your chips. What on earth would possess somebody to play strip poker in the park? I do not know. And it must have been a very, very cold night. Oops, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Ooh. I think that might be it for the day. Okay, another good day in the office. Another good day in the office. Well done, team. Detectives chilling out, feet up on the desks. My officers here have been. What we should be able to do, you know, in situations like this. I mean, I don't know how it works in America, but if this was a good old England, you know, these people are warranted officers, detectives. Flower it as what you will, CID, flower it as what you will. You're a warranted officer. And if there's no jobs for you, You're not going to sit there with your feet on the desk. Oh no. You're going to go and put a uniform on, and you're going to hit the streets and assist your colleagues. That's what you're going to do. That's what we should be telling these cranks. They're just sat there doing nothing. Get a uniform on and hit the streets.
Boyd.
I don't have much time, so listen close. We got him, Jack. The dentist is in our custody.
Wow. Congratulations, Ethan.
Well, to be honest, I'm not sure if it's our guy. But she's definitely the one who committed the murders in Freeburg.
She?
A young woman.
Wait a second, did you...
A very large, very strong woman. What?
Purdy?
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, I'm sorry, Jack, I gotta go. We've got a briefing. But, something's not right, Jack. Someone's leading us around by the nose. We'll talk later, okay?
I'd almost forgotten the feeling. The feeling you get when you stay on the sidelines during a major bust. But I don't think I'll be out of the game for long. Palmer had nothing to do with this. The dentist, whoever he is, was a gift box meant for me. It just got delivered to the wrong address. And I've got a hunch who packed the box.
Oh dear. Can you imagine if it were Purdy? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Segregationist teacher promoted to dean, dressed in blood film banned in local theatres for excessive cruelty. Street racist stage accident in city centre. City Hall love us. We're going to get our pay rise. We're going to get our staff members. And no, I do not have my uniform anymore. To answer your question. Hey, ooh, another cutscene.
Yeah, a box of Caesars.
With that outfit, I could see you coming a mile away, Mr. Boyd.
Ah, Mr. Chaffee. Knowing your love of theatrics, I was afraid you'd keep the mystery surrounding the dentist going for at least another day or two.
What could you mean, Mr. Boyd? Well, it's true. Robespierre does have a passion for mystery and the dramatic. But there's no need to confuse the actor with his character. For you, I'll play the hurried businessman who likes to cut to the chase. That's not quite me either, but though this mask I wear is quite a burden, I have long grown used to it. Besides, I don't want to distract you from your 180-day quest, not for a second longer than necessary. My, is half your time already up?
Was he? Is he just admitted to being the dentist then? Did I miss that? Is that what just happened there?
You simply cannot imagine, Mr. Boyd, the painstaking work I've done to cultivate this maniac image. I turn to such literature the likes of which I wish I never knew. If our law enforcement agencies possessed even the slightest aesthetic sense, they would have instantly seen the game for what it was. And the postcards. What can I say?
And if the real dentist turned up again at the wrong moment, I don't imagine lunatics take kindly to imposters.
The dentist died of a heart attack last spring while he was sunbathing on the beach. I discovered this quite by accident, from a university friend, a therapist. It was he who convinced the dentist to stop killing, by the way.
Why the murders? Obviously, they'd all been raped by Rogers. It would have been much easier to just get them to talk.
Mr. Boyd, the last thing I want is to appear a brutish butcher. I spent enough time on these women to know they were no use to me alive. Not sure if I should be ashamed to say it, but Stuart Rogers far surpasses me in his ability to intimidate people. Apparently, such things only come with experience. But murder? For that I truly do feel ashamed. It's a burden I shall have to bear for the rest of my days. But sadly, it's not my greatest shame.
What could be more shameful? To frame an innocent woman for such terrible crimes?
What? Are you unhappy with a woman cast as the serial killer? Firstly, I'd say Dear Jordan adds a certain grace to the whole sordid story. And second, of all the people I hold in my debt, she's the strongest. And not just physically. Third, she had good reason to settle her debt with me as quickly as possible. Without going into details, I'll just say that she's a very, very caring mother. Do these taste good? Had we met earlier, Mr. Boyd, I would have shown you a far more refined pleasure, one without such an unpleasant smell.
I'm afraid to even imagine what you count as pleasures, Mr. Chaffee. Fountains of blood in the city square?
Mr. Boyd, you're not listening to me at all. I didn't take any enjoyment from the killings. Everything I've done was of strict necessity. I couldn't make Jordan kill all the women that Rogers raped. That would have been excessive. If I had made her kill them all, you'd be rather upset, no?
I can't say I fully understand your plan, Mr. Chaffee, but you've given me more than enough reasons to arrest you.
Yes, but allow me to counter them with one good reason not to. I think you mentioned you dined here once?
Yes, not the best restaurant in town.
And maybe you're just not familiar with the full range of our services. When I inherited this tasteless place from my father, I knew I could never make it into an exquisite restaurant. Instead, I accentuated the atrocity of it all, an aesthetic of a different kind. Now I even live here. To me, this complex is like a microcosm of Freeburg. But we're not here to talk about that. At school, I read a French novel whose name doesn't need mentioning, and I read many amazing things. It seems that in Paris, just before the Revolution, certain places were quite popular. People of wealth and taste visited from the city, shed their luxurious coats, peeled off their white gloves, and with the help of the local farmer, they brutally stabbed a hole in a bull and decorated themselves with the splattering blood as they prepared a large piece of meat for the fire. In the bull's suffering, these effeminate aristocrats found a perverse sort of pleasure. Now I make these pleasures available to the people of Freeburg. I will be honest with you. People who pursue such cruelty truly are crazy. But what is interesting? The best steaks are cut from the tender meat of young bulls. 11 months is just right. Beautiful, healthy, full of strength. But these wealthy degenerates who pay $7,000, so our experts will show them where to plunge the blade for maximum effect. Even they don't have the spirit to slaughter the young bull. The thought never enters their minds. They look into the eyes of the healthy animal, bursting with energy, and they quickly shuffle past. As if by instinct, they are drawn to the old, weary, fading bulls. And then, with terrible smiles on their faces, they chew through tough steaks that taste of burning rubber. They feel that they're doing something real with their own hands, a sort of natural selection, as if they're agents in the natural process. But nature also teaches us that the old beast, unable to fend off any threat, might yet survive if it cowers in a dark corner and pretends it doesn't exist. Then, perhaps, the young predator will pass. Mr. Scott will drive you back. I'm late for an appointment.
Oh, a load of tosh.
Mr. Boyd, you won't believe it, but the person I just got off the phone with was talking about you.
Seems like I'm pretty popular these days.
By the way, Mr. Boyd, I've got to ask, why $500,000?
Oh, for God's sake.
Go fuck yourself, Troy Star.
A familiar phrase. Another press conference. Good morning. Mr. Boyd, a maniac terrorized the city for 2 weeks and you did nothing. What would have happened to Freeburg if federal agents hadn't come to the rescue and arrested the dentists? You know nothing. You know nothing. The question is offensive to the families. Yeah, whatever. I didn't say that. I said you know nothing. Keep it short and sweet. The city overflowed with panic after your press conference about the dentist. Why didn't you think more carefully about what you were going to say? I always say what I think. And I think you're a punk. No, I didn't say that either. After such a failure, any self-respecting officer holder would resign. What are your plans? I ain't going anywhere, sweet pea. Right. How do you comment on rumours about the relationship between Mayor Rogers and all 5 of the dentist Freeburg's victims? No comment. Damn press. Finished? Very good. Now get out. Freeburg boxer caught in doping scandal. Famous DJs play Roof of Atticus Tower and police chief refuses to resign after dentist failure. We solved a couple of the riddles. It was not our fault we were pulled off the case by the mayor. Yeah, they kind of glossed over that bit, haven't they? Yeah, right, yeah, we took down the sands. Oh, forget about that, you're just taking out the mafia. Oh, no, well, you let a madman go on the loose. I'm too tired. Can I go home? Yes, fine. Ooh. He's probably confused, he's probably shocked. Are you sure? Yes. Okay, thank you. But don't tell anybody else in the station. I don't want to be inundated with bloody requests, okay? Right, we're saving this for Robbins, so let's go. Ooh, catalogue. New stuff. But we're not going to buy anything. We're going to save our money. We need to save money now. We're doing everything by the book. So we're not selling all the contraband that we find and stuff like that. So making money is difficult right now. So we can't afford to splash the cash. Plus we can't listen to the music anyway. Speaking of music. Sounds a bit Spanish. I just picture myself on a beach with a sangria. Okay, we're off again. Back to work. They said I failed. They said I failed. Would I have failed? They've given me 87 grand for my part in taking down the dentist. That indicates to me that I'm not a failure. So they can go swivel. $47,000 more dollars rather is all we need, baby, to get ourselves on a jet plane off to Hawaii or somewhere nice and warm. City Hall salary. Thank you. $1,000. Oh, don't spend it all at once. We've seen too many funerals, and they've all been very grim. We're going to try a new funeral today. We're going to try a jazz funeral. She would have wanted us to mourn. She would have wanted us to mourn. We briefly mourn, and then we would, then celebrate her life. Yeah, she did a good job. She did a good job. Officer slot available. Woo! Larry Petska. Larry Petska. He looks quite fresh-faced, doesn't he? Fresh out of the academy, fresh out of school. 18, please. That'll do for now. Any looky-likeys? Any officers that we want to take because they look like somebody? Nah. Farty McDuck. Oh, the name alone is almost... That's not with 60. We're tired of dragging these lowlies through the ranks. We're tired. Got 4 slots free. 10% wage increase. 1 more detective slot for all these investigations we've got going on, you know? All these investigations. Inundated. William Adama.
Scan in progress.
A breaking and entering in the suburb. Let's get on it. Hello? Is this the police? It's Dolores Park. Someone is in my house. I hear footsteps coming from downstairs. My husband is on a business trip and I won't be home for another hour. Please, come right now. I know it must be some terrorist who's going to rob and rape me. I've locked myself in my room, but a door won't stop this beast. She's a confused old lady. We ain't going. We should probably go to do a welfare check, really. But we're not going. We don't have the officers to spare for bloody this kind of crap. Unlawful assembly. Mr. Cheeseburglar, welcome. Okay, so we've got a crowd has gathered on the steps of the City Hall, demanding that the city officials legalise euthanasia. My life, my death, my choice, they chant. They bought signs and stuff, right. We usually allow peaceful protests with peaceful methods. So we're not sending Purdy. She's not interested. Asano is the well-rounded officer here. She will oversee. Yeah, Scanlon and Revek. And we'll take Obi as well. All the newbies. Yeah. Lots of people to deal with here, but it's still quite low level for them. Just easing them in nicely. Easing them in nicely. Off you go. Listen to what Asano tells you, people. I know, Scanlon, you've got 2 stripes and all that, but you're still new to the team, so, you know, she's in charge for now. Off you tootle. Remember, peaceful assembly. Peaceful, please.
12 scan in progress.
Suspicious individual at the library.
810 complete.
Yeah, of course. He came home early. Of course he did. Right, we've got the library. Suspicious individual in the library. He's taken out too many books. You can only have 1 at a time. He's taken 3. Looking for books on chemistry and monographs. Extremist topics. Really? Really? Can that be another false call? We'll take 2 newbies. Hode and Anderson.
216 complete.
Of course. It was a peaceful, peaceful protest, but we had to remove a few people. They were blocking the street, obstruction of the highway. Can't have that going on, so, And job was done. No need for violence. Well done, team. Woo! This could mean money. This could mean money. I represent the interests of a private military corporation which is hoping to attract a significant investment from your city. We are preparing an investor presentation and we'd like to demonstrate the inadequacy of police training in matters of public safety. Just business. Give us a couple of hours with your weakest and laziest guys. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. Making our officers look like fools,
We have a situation.
but we need the cash. And it's much less of an issue than fraud and stuff, so we're going to have to do that. As soon as the suspect sees the police, in the library no less, he pulls a huge knife from his bag and rushes towards the librarian shouting, "You call the pigs!" Who's gone to this job? 2 newbies. Shoot him. Shoot him dead. No question. You know, if in doubt, shoot. Threat to life. Threat to life. Shoot. Shoot. It's not yelling, it's a library. Shh. Kill him. Kill him quietly, please. Shoot dead. Boom!
1210 complete.
And apparently Officer Hode is a crack shot. He's a crack shot. I mean, the library was sent into uproar. Man screaming, gunshots fired. I'm just trying to read my book here. Sorry. Yeah, we'll put silencers on next time. We must remember, put on silencers in the library. Oh, speaking of the library, whenever I think of a library, it reminds me of Tintin books or comics. But they are books, but in a kind of a comic form, aren't they? Because whenever we used to go to the library, we had a library literally about a 5-minute walk from our school, and routinely we'd go to the library, and the only books I ever used to get from the library were Tintin books. And the reason why I bring this up is because literally last week I was tempted to purchase the entire box set of Tintin books, all of them. I've got a handful in a chest somewhere, but not all of them, and they're in poor condition. So I was like, oh my god, a brand new set of Tintin books. £85 for the entire set. It's a lot of money, but I'm still tempted. It could be my Christmas present to myself. It's time for dinner as well. I'll be back. My fingers are burning. Bam, bam, bam. Oh, okay. So our laziest and most useless officers, apparently. Ah. Don't you just love it when you are really, really hungry? You know, you're starving, to coin the phrase. You're not technically starving, but you're really hungry. You're not eating for several hours. And a lovely plate of food is sat in front of you, or a worse, you know, Greg's pasty, whatever it might be, and you try to eat it, but it's too hot. Don't you just love it? You just want to. I'm hungry. And it's burning you. It burns. I bloody hate that. Bloody hate it. Right. It's got to be Scanlon and Revick, hasn't it? You know. These two, they're creating quite a name for themselves. Little girls in cupboards, little girls running from shops before jumpers on. know, okay, armed robbery as well, yes, but you know, now it's time to look like a fool. Sending him to all the good stuff. Dumb and Dumber. Ready, Lloyd? Ready, Harry? Mark. Yeah. Ing. Yeah. Bird. Yeah. I love Dumb and Dumber. I've seen that film about 15 times. Suspicious individual in the park. Parishioner Marina Bush, whilst on her way to church, like a good parishioner, encountered a group of incredibly strange teenagers. They were running around in weird costumes, fighting with sticks and talking like robots. It's a bit of cosplay. It's a bit of cosplay. It's all the rage. It's a bit of cosplay. Told you! Science Fiction Club.
We're testing in progress.
Boss, these guys are like machines. They walked all over us, but we learned a lot. We can now beat girls to death. Oh, we've been toughened up. Any more girls locking themselves in cupboards, we'll have them. Free training. I don't want free training. I want money. I had my officers looking like tools. I want compensation. No, I want money. Get your ass back here. Where's me? There we go. 5 grand. Okay. I'll let you off. Would have preferred 10. But we'll take 5. Send them on a course.
1111A
You having a laugh? A course on what? Talking girls out of closets?
910B in progress.
Chill out with the crime, please. Right, so we've got on homicide. Gladys Shell was enraged about some comment that her colleague Matthew Tolan made, so she grabbed a stapler and began to beat him over the head with it. And then she shouted out, lashing loudly at the secretary. She's having a nervous breakdown. Trafficking. Colombian coffee. Shipping heroin inside the bag of beans. That could be legitimate. And I've been robbed. This little bastard stole a treasure. Right, oh god, where do we go here, folks? Where do we go? This is like, we can't go to all of them, surely. Right. Okay, so drug trafficking or homicide for the SWAT team. I'm not sending the SWAT team to a woman with a stapler. Nah. So we'll send the SWAT team here. Drug trafficking. This sounds like a job for Yancey. He's going to take some of the newbies with him. So good old Dumb and Dumber are going, and Obi, good old Officer Kenobi. Between all of them, they should have this under control. In the meantime, Gladys Shell, armed with stapler, who dares to drain police resources with her lunacy, is going to get the Purdy treatment. She's been a bit quiet today. She's been selected, selective about her jobs, but this has just ticked her off. This has just ticked her right off. I don't know what it is about it, but it's just really annoyed her. Woman with stapler, right? We'll see. We'll see. Police officer with baton. We'll see who wins this fight, shall we? Right, come on, we're off. We're off. Right, Purdy is going. Only needs 4. Only needs 4. Spain, Asano, and Austin, the old schoolers. They know how to get stuff done. No, not you, you fool. Austin. There we go. Perfect. Woman with stapler. Anyway, you two, go check out the fountain. Oh no, we'll save them for backup just in case Purdy's job goes wrong. I do not want Purdy getting harmed. If Purdy asks for backup, then we usually would trust her, you see, so. We'll hope that's a false call. It might not be, but it sounds very similar to a false call. Let's have a look. Yeah, quarrelling with a little boy, took out a few coins. I made a wish, and you little boy. Stupid woman.
212 in progress.
What is going on with crime today? What is going on?
I was trying to raise TN1, Sergeant Hotspot.
This is Yancey. This is drug trafficking. Dangerous job. He has the support of the SWAT team. See you later, Ghost Knight. I don't know, you know. I think send one. Nah, do you know what? Come on, let's send them both. Send them both. It seems a bit overkill. We've got like a really, really upgraded SWAT, but we sent the SWAT last time and they all died. So let's not rely just on the SWAT here. Let's send them in. Yancey's no shrinking violet, and Purdy's got this under control. She don't need backup here, Purdy. She don't need backup. Woman has grabbed a second stapler. She's dual wielding. Don't come any closer. In her hands, these staplers look like deadly weapons. To the regular person. To Purdy, she looks a twat. Pardon the French. Oh my god. Deal the woman a solid blow to the jaw. Staple this, you cow! Poof! The only thing being stapled is your jaw. Get in the van. Waste my time. Oh, flipping hell, Purdy. I knew there's a reason we sent you to these jobs. I knew there's a reason. Right, noise complaint. Fireworks. Bums. We can't go to it, I'm sorry. It's probably a real job. And the destruction of property at the farm. Oh, we're kind of tied up with officers here.
213-12 incomplete.
No deaths, please. Phew. Offender escaping is fine. Oh, come on. How does a noise complaint turn into a death of a civilian? Come on. Probably a nosy neighbour. Curtain twitcher. If you just stayed in your house, love, you'd be still alive, but, oh, I wonder what the commotion is. Let me go outside. Excuse me, I don't, you shouldn't be doing that round. Poof. Stay in your house, people. Stay in your house. Goodness me, nothing worse than a busybody.
11-11-8.
Drug trafficking with the reinforcements should be fine. Plenty of officers on the job, Dumb and Dumber. They've raised the game. You know. From dealing with the low-level stuff to now dealing with drug trafficking and finding drugs as well. I salute you, my friends. I salute you. Got hit with a firework, yeah. That's what you get, I told you. If those curtains hadn't twitched, if she hadn't gone outside in a hairnet, this wouldn't have happened. Less than that. Only 41k away. Disabled Society demands increased benefits. Bride suffers happiness heart attack. Happiness heart attack. And some kind of modern gallery. Still 3 thumbs. Remember that Typho advert? 2 tons fresh. Is it Tommy Singh? 2 tons fresh. City Hall, 3 thumbs fresh. I haven't got 3 thumbs though. Google it. Google it. Typhoon, Tommy Singh, 2 thumbs fresh. I'm telling you, that was a quote. Some pipes in my house burst and I need to wait around for the plumber. Can I take the day off? No. You are our go-to officer for backup. You are the laughingstock, the light relief. You are the person that we send to specific jobs for a laugh. Where would our entertainment be if I was to give you the day off? I'm sorry, Percy, no. And Robbins, get your promotion, lad. You've deserved it. Oh yeah, Prado. Just remember what I told you. Yeah, less caution, more action. If you do it again, if you dither again in this shift, I am transferring you to shift B and specifically asking Purdy to partner up with you to show you how to do it. And she is less stripes than you, so it would be an embarrassment to you to be shown how to police properly by her. So, just so you know, you're under monitor for the shift. Don't cock up. Right then. And straight away, we've barely put our foot down, and we've got a call. This was always a pain. You used to get into work, 7 o'clock start for the shift. You get into work, you sit down for briefing, 7 o'clock briefing, and on the radio, a call straight away. It's like, oh, yeah, turning out a briefing. Barely had a chance to sip your morning coffee, and you bloody turfed out a briefing to go to a call. So it's a bloody nightmare. Bloody nightmare. Next request in 2 days. It's a hostage situation. Turfed out a briefing for a hostage situation. Very serious. 2 garbage men were emptying some cans near a bus stop. A drunk man came past and thought he'd make fun of them. Tried to make them fight him. So the garbage men got angry, stuffed him in a can and threw him into their garbage truck, and then have gone on their route. Is that a real job? Is that a real job? What on earth? Right. Fresh-faced Petska. He's fresh out of school. He looks barely 16, 17 years old. Percy and Petska. Could be a new dynamic duo here. Percy and Petska. Get yourselves over there. Take him out of his can and deal with the situation. Come on. Percy and Petska. Beep beep beep. Pew pew pew.
In progress.
What is it with people playing strange games in the park? Chess has gone wrong, strip poker, whatever next. So anyway, the garbage truck has been pulled over now. 2 men in the cab laughing and joking. Come on, joke's over, let him out, come on. Come on now. The drunk man gets out of the garbage truck, shakes the dirt off and attacks the police. And here's the real beasts! Scavengers, bastards! You're the worst of all, filling your bellies at our expense. You should all die! Now we're talking about Percy here. The new guy's a quivering mess. First day on the job, turfed out a briefing. Man attacking him who's supposed to be the victim. He's shocked and confused. What's happening? Percy, though, in ever his wisdom, turfs him back into the garbage truck. Definitely not in the police manual. Well, that's Percy for you. Turfs him back in the... Of course he escaped. In the truck that you've just turfed him into, you stupid fool. Oh, dearie me. Percy, Percy, Percy. Percy, Percy, Percy. Petska, we may have to team you up with somebody competent, otherwise you're not going to learn how to do the job properly. You put him back in the blood. You did what? You did what? You put him back in the truck and it drove off. Stick to the stripper jobs, yeah? Right. This is how real cops do business, yeah? just take a leaf out there. Percy, remind me why I spent money trying to train you up. Bomb threat in an office building. Scissor Sisters. What a name for a supply store, office supply store. Nah, it's a false call. That false call. It's the delivery driver's dinner smudged on the parcel. The ketchup from his burger seeped out onto the box. This is the perfect job for Prado. A robbery. Right, Prado. Just remember what I said. Just remember what I said. Large box of staples. I am having lamb stew. So lamb, potatoes, carrots and swede with homemade dumplings. Very nice. Okay, so now don't forget that Prado is trying to be a bit more, you know, a bit more... The addict has broken a window and he's trying to climb through. His feet are sticking out. Remove this addict's sneakers and tickle his feet. If there's one thing that you don't do, is, you know, drug addicts and their socks, you don't go there. No. In custody, you could smell them half a mile down the corridor. You don't go there. Seize his legs, strike his heels with a nightstick. Seizing his legs would probably be quite reasonable to pull him back out, but Prado is a bit apprehensive. He's under surveillance now. He's thinking, you know what? I can't take any chances here. You could have a no. We've got to go in there and do what we need to do. Strike him! Then it falls out the window and back onto the street. He drops a scrap of pipe and tries to escape, and then spray him. Good. He's learning. Good. Yes. So strike his leg so he can't run away, and then spray him in the face. A bit OTT maybe, because there's no obvious threat at that moment in time. But better safe than sorry. You passed the first test, Prado. We like it. We like it. What? The shift isn't over yet. Don't get complacent, son. Disorderly conduct at the park. Right in front of his favourite bench, a group of crazy-looking people wearing very revealing clothing were flopping around on the grass. Say that again, sir. What was flopping? Oh, they were flopping. Oh, sorry, I got the wrong image there. Spitting the feelings of God-fearing Christians. It sounds... Percy, how are you with religious nuts? Ooh, a payday job. 4 cops. Once again, I could really use your help. Trying to expand the ranch, but the adjacent territory belongs to idiots who are asking an insane amount. So we're going to scare them by talking about false crimes. Put them off. Do I want to subject Robbins to this kind of stuff? Nah, he's too good an officer to expose to this kind of treachery. So we'll send some of the lesser beans. The elderly man was outraged at a yoga group. Okay, Percy and Petska are definitely going to this job. 7 seconds. Oh my god, what's happening here? Sugar Dream Confectionery. Breaking and entering. Theodore Deramus, caretaker at the candy factory, reports that 5 masked men broke down the door and disappeared inside. Okay, this is a bit... Prado and Robbins, Gorbachev and Song should be sufficient. Prado, remember, I want to hear no peep out of you. Country manor, country houses. Send our Petskers and our Percys and our 2 lesser being officers. Kind of leave us a little bit light on the ground for the proper jobs, but we need the money now, you know? We need the money. Noise complaint in the ghetto? Can you send single crew? No. Okay, so that's a false call, that one. That's a false call. We can't go to this one. She started opening her gifts and found a huge dildo. She flushed and then grabbed the sex toy and attacked her friend, who gave her the gag present. You bitch! You soulless monster! Is this what they were? Oh my god. She beat her with a dildo. Percy? Percy, where are you? Damn it. He'd have loved that job. He'd have loved it. He'd have been in his element. Nobody's dead, seriously. Not death by dildo. Oh, death by dildo. Holy cow, come on. Come on, death by dildo. Seriously. It's not the way to go.
$510 in progress. 810 complete. 213 complete.
So they all get drunk. They cannot go on a job now because they will crash. You idiots! Did I give you authority to go drinking? False call. Noise complaint. Can you believe it? Shooting, shooting, shooting. Drunken neighbour. Oh, come on, I was literally right there. Dead. Dead. Oh my god, that's 2 civilians. What's happening here? What is going on? And where was my money for that job? Where was my money? I sacrificed 4 cops. Civilians have died for this. And you'll give me no money. Damn and blast. Okay, here we go, folks. City Hall cannot like us now. Yeah, 2 downs. 2 downs now, 2 downs. I will bring order to the police station, says the mayor. PD breakdown. What's going on? Cutscene? No. There's nothing going on in the PD at all. It's fine. Shit.
Mr. Boyd, this is for you.
That's it?
What's it?
This is from our guy?
What?
It's from the private detective?
What? Oh, no. No, Mr. Boyd. It's from an Agent Dixon.
Fine. I'm sorry I couldn't swing by before I left, but I'll definitely be back to celebrate your retirement. Ethan. Bobby Flash, Diamonds and Thieves. Bobby Flash and the Card Shop. Bobby Flash and the Cats Club. Bobby Flash and the Temptations. Ah, that's what I need.
So I've just seen the, you know, on YouTube they give you recommended videos, which I always hate because I've seen many a spoiler due to that damn recommended video section. But I was just looking at Greedfall, or something's flashed up about. Somebody mentioned Greedfall on my Discord server literally last week or maybe the week before. First time I've ever heard of the game. It's an RPG and it's supposed to be, we're looking really good, and I think it's just been released today. and it's just flashed up on my screen. So I was just double checking, and it has come out today. So I'm going to now research and see what see what it's about, and see if I like the look of it. And I'm probably going to buy it. I haven't played a decent RPG for quite a while, I don't think. The last really enjoyable RPG that I played was Divinity 2. So yeah, I'm up for another one. I'll play it off camera first, and if I think it's going to be something that I might like to play on camera, I might park it. But I might buy it tonight. No. Start the day. Music Maestro. Greedfall, yeah. I mean, I haven't heard of it until last week, literally, or 2 weeks ago. It's kind of snuck up, really, on the outside rails. But yeah, it was looking good on the previews that I saw, and I've just checked out a couple of the overall review pictures, and it does look pretty decent. So I'm going to take a wee little closer look. Okie dokie. Jack, I've just had a very pleasant conversation with Mr. Devlin. He was incredibly flattering about your work and donated a large sum of money to satisfy the need of the police department. It's enough for your staff to expand by 5, or rather 2 people. Keep up the good work. What? 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 Are we just... What? 25 cops we can have now. 25 cops. It's a pity half of them are flipping useless. But 25. What job did we do yesterday? Was that the job where I was complaining that we didn't get paid? Maybe. Ah, you didn't pay us. Yeah, but you got 2 extra cops. I don't care, I want money. I don't want cops on the street. I don't care about public safety anymore. Of course we do, in a roundabout way. But we're so close to our retirement fund, we're getting a bit greedy now. Atticus. Ooh. Mr. Boyd, I'm Ron Atticus. We haven't had the pleasure, but I'm sure you've passed by my lovely skyscraper from time to time. It's a wonderful building, and I'd like to expand the surrounding territory. It's demolishing a park. A rabble's causing problems. Ladies with strollers, dog lovers, all these kind of park-loving imbeciles. Just break up these bums, please. Should we help out the park? You know, they're demolishing a park. I mean, yeah. But ultimately, we are the police. We cannot get involved in politics, political decisions, council decisions, as much as I may think as a chief of police. But that's a park. You shouldn't be doing this. It's not my job. You know what I mean? There's a trouble with the rabble. We've got to deal with them. So let's go deal with the rabble, people. 6 people. 6 of my least experienced officers are going to this one, led by Officer Austin. Teach this rabble a lesson. Don't forget though, peaceful protest.
in progress.
What's that? A massive fight? I've just sent half my force out. This sounds like the perfect Purdy job, but 4 of them is severely understaffed, and I am not risking the lives of my officers, aka I am not risking the life of Purdy for some mad inmate in a prison. So, sorry. A witness says a dark sedan abruptly stopped in the middle of the street. A man with a pistol jumped out and began firing. through the window of a restaurant. Okay. Purdy's not a firefighter, she's a physical fighter, so she's happy to let Yancey go into this one. Take Spain with you, and the SWAT, and that should be sufficient. Ooh, just as I thought, says Ron Atticus. If he's a bigwig, he should have some cash, right? If we help him out a little bit, he might give us a bit of money. We can work wonders, he says. Oh, he's going to provide his services for a modest fee. I don't have a modest fee. I'm saving money, not spending. Ooh! Ooh! Thank you, sir. Thank you. Dead. It was somebody already in prison. Or was it an asylum? Or it's asylum. Well, whatever. The nut house. It's unfortunate, but hey ho. Nature of the beast, you know? Put them all together. These things out. What? What? Oh. This has just turned quite serious. This has just turned quite serious. The last firefight in Chinatown ended with several deaths. I'm sorry, I cannot get that thought out of my mind. Sending another 2 officers, we're going to be 5 officers short. It still would look pretty shady. It's putting Purdy in unnecessary risk. Images of that last firefight in Chinatown flashing through my head. No. Pull back. No, pull back. Pull out. Dead people, fine. It's fine. Dead people. It's okay. It's not okay really, but it's fine. My cops are alive. That is the main thing. We're almost there. A few civilians popping the clogs now. It is what it is. Right. They're all there chilling out. Oh, la, la, la. Some of them are doing rumba. Do do do. La, da, da. Some of them playing Pictionary. La, 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 la. Now listen up, you scallywags. There's a job to do. What? I've had a job for like 3 weeks. Yes, well there's a job to do now. There's an abduction in the park, so dust off your jackets and get out on the street. Come on. Work to be done. Come on. Turn that bloody rumba music off. Moley, get on the case. Rest of you, get on the damn case. 6-year-old has gone missing, man. Put that Pictionary away. There's a few typos I've noticed in this game. I think the game is a foreign game. It's made somewhere in the Eastern European area, I think. From what's... So there's a few translation issues and a few typos. Okay. The other job sounds like a false call. This one sounds real. Right. Let's have some competent officers go to this one. We'll have Yancey, we'll have Spain, we'll have Hode, we'll have Anderson. Yeah. Public indecency. An old woman called about a transvestite in the park. There's a man in a skirt running around in broad daylight. Has he no shame? And that's not a crime, as far as I'm concerned. A man as a transvestite running around in the park. Is he doing anything else? No, just running around. Well, we're not coming. And people into the back with sports bags. They could be athletes, man. Not going to either of those. We'll take the chance. Returning from the gym, you see. Returning from the gym.
412A in progress.
Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this indecency. It's a transvestite. They're allowed outside, you know. Near the bomb shelter is a man with shifty eyes, wringing his hands. Go away, violent aliens! You'll never get me and my wives. It's Henry VIII reincarnated. Make fun of the man. Try to calm him down. Sir, you have to help us save the world. The president is waiting for you. He'll fall for that. He'll fall for that. Asano's there. Asano is a bit of a thinker. She is good with a gab. She learned from what was the other? Kochi. She's got still shades of Kochi, and Kochi would do this. So she's gonna channel her inner Kochi. Come, sir. The president awaits. The president? Oh, come on, we're going. Area 51 and oh yes, and boom, slam him in. That stupid moron.
214 complete.
False call. Oh, it was a Scotsman with his kilt on. Scotsman in his kilt, causing a stir in the park.
214 in progress.
Right, oh, another public indecency. Magpie Publishing House. Senior, or senior. It's not Spanish, I don't think. Senor Ivan Maikov attacked a young editor who was reading his manuscript. She went off to a movie set, Kochi. She went to a movie set after filming an advert about a Japanese product. She liked it so much, she went off to take full-time employment in the movie industry, I think. Yeah, that was her. It's a fisticuffs job. Fisticuffs job. Hang fire. Hang fire. Hang fire. Obi, come with me. I want to show you something about how we do things in this precinct. You've been a bit quiet lately. We're going to show you how to tackle mad editors. Hello, Joe.
713 in progress.
Missing person on the beach. Probably a mate's playing a joke on her, buried her in sand. Possibly. Public indecency. A naked man riding a motorcycle through the city, carrying a pistol and shooting in the air, while laughing hysterically. Almost knocked over a girl, and then tried to shoot her. Okay, that's not bad. Yancey, you usually go to the gun jobs now. Hode, accompany him, and Anderson, you can learn from a good officer there. Maybe sending 3 was a bit much, but hey ho. Missing person on the beach. Picked up an order in the morning and didn't return for the rest. Oh, a pizza delivery man has gone missing. How did they know it's on the beach then? Is that a police? Well, missing persons are police issues, to be fair. You two, Scanlon, Revik. Toodle along, toodle along. It's a low-level job. You do the low-level jobs around here. Go find this missing person.
Got a situation.
Hang on.
here.
Hang on. Purdy's here. Hang on. Ooh.
412A.
Purdy strikes again.
I was trying to raise two.
Oh, hang fire, hang fire. Yancey's calling for backup. Don't think we need 2. I mean, there's 3 of them there, but we've got this. We can't neglect our old schooler. Can't neglect him, so we'll send in the reinforcements. What's that there for us, Bar? Some kind of calamity?
214 complete. 713 complete.
Mmm.
450 in progress.
Okay. A tipsy bar visitor reported that the bartender tried to sell him a gun. Basically, I was just sitting there drinking and complaining about my wife, who was insisting on a divorce. Bitch threatened to take away my children. Says I'm a drunk bastard, and I don't appreciate her. Don't know what she was talking about. So I tell all this to the bartender, and he listens and nodding. Then he said, "My friend, you've got to teach that bitch a lesson. Come on, I have exactly what you need in the bar." So basically, I follow him, and he's got a box with a bunch of guns. Pick one, he says. Give it to you cheap. Well, all that for that? He's selling guns from behind the counter. We don't need the whole force to go for that, surely. Right, Yancey we're going to keep for the other job because it involves a car, and Yancey likes his car jobs. I think we'll take Yancey and Purdy and Spain to that one. So to this one, we'll go with Asano, Austin, Hode, Anderson, and Obi. It's a bit overkill for a man selling guns in a bar. And for this one, Purdy, Yancey, and Spain. And we've got a bit of backup as well, should one of them need it. So Yancey's the driver, Purdy's just there in case it gets a bit violent.
Officer on scene.
The bar is crowded and smoky, and jazz music is playing in the background, whilst a man eats lamb stew on one of the tables. There's a skinny guy on the floor, and the bartender is wiping the counter with a dirty rag. Yeah, we better check his pulse. Is he alive? And why? Hello? Is the man on the floor here? You're not concerned? No? The bartender drops his rag and puts his hands under the bar. The skinny guy on the floor starts to vomit. Yeah, so whilst one of our officers is dealing with him, the other one just shouts to him, "Keep your hands where I can see you. Don't move."
1113.
And seeing the SWAT team in the building surrounding everybody that's present, Sano's looking after this poor sick man, his welfare. Every other officer in this is gun and eyes are trained on the bartender. He's like, okay, I know when I'm beat. And we shut his pub down as well. Shut his pub down to boot. Sorry, pal, there'll be no more drinks here. And of course, well, no melodramas to be heard of. Cars pulled over and offenders caught. Reckless endangerment brought to a swift end with a pit manoeuvre. Yes, it was all melodramatic. But Yancey took the accolades there. Purdy didn't even have to get out of the car. They all were so stunned after the manoeuvre, and they sort of kind of hit a lamppost, and you know they're a bit shell shocked and stuff. So Purdy didn't feel the need to have to get out to stamp her authority because they were out of it and easily caught. So she has hit the 1,000 mark. She's hit the 1,000 mark as old Purdy. All that's left now is her final stripe, and I think it's safe to assume after giving dual wielding staplers a good old right hook to the jaw, putting her out cold, and then putting somebody else out cold by twonking them over the head with a book, I think she's earned that final stripe. I think she's earned it. Don't know about you guys, but I think hitting somebody with a book is the ultimate promotion activity. You know, if it were borderline before that incident, that's just tipped the scales towards, yeah. Somebody who's creative enough to hit somebody with a book, yeah, they are certainly 3-stripe material. It's about your surroundings. Be aware of your surroundings. If in doubt, grab whatever you've got available to you. Why not your baton? I fancy the change. You know, baton, it's a good thing for hitting people, but you know, a few couple of pounds, heavy book, £10, bit more weight behind it. Oh, very good logic there, Purdy, very good. Toilets need major repairs. How are we doing with the old mare now? No, not very good. Ooh, number of buses increased. Council are splashing their cash. No. She's getting it tomorrow. She's getting a promotion tomorrow. She would be like the ultimate, wouldn't she? She's too powerful. She'd be like the ultimate last boss. You know, trying to think of some really tough last bosses that I fought in my time. And 2 spring to mind. The first one is Asgore in Undertale. And if you ever watched my dealings with Asgore in Undertale, that was probably one of the toughest last bosses I've ever fought. The second toughest last boss that springs to mind was M. Bison in Street Fighter 2 on the Mega Drive. It was tough. Beating M. Bison was tough. Was very tough. So, yeah. Asgore, M. Bison, 3-stripe Purdy. I did finish Undertale. I did. And I can't remember. I did it. This is no word of a lie. I can't remember how I did the recording or the ending of the recording. But what happened was, for whatever reason, I had to record it by an alternative recording software because I was having issues with it. And I recorded it using OBS. At the time, I was unaware that OBS recorded in a file format that wasn't compatible with Sony Vegas. And so I lost the recording of me beating Flowey, but I did beat him, and I think I give you the after outcome because you couldn't reload it, you see. Yeah, JJ, you've just come in, I believe. Yes, I was just talking about Greedfall literally about 20 minutes ago because it flashed up on my recommended feed, and I was really convinced that I'm going to buy it this evening. I've been looking for a single-player game to play off-camera, outside of the LP stuff, because I'm in the mood to play something when I've got a bit of downtime. And, yeah, Greedfall has just come out at the perfect time, so I'm thinking I'm going to get that, try it for a little while, and see if it's maybe even recordable material. Maybe not a full LP or a full stream, but I know it's a game that's a little bit under the radar, so what I might do is bring you a couple of streams of little sections of the game just to showcase it in case people might be interested in looking what it's like for themselves. So I might do that, but not a full session. See you later, Ollie. Oh, cool. Oh, I'm really looking forward to it. You're really convincing me now to buy this game after the stream, aren't you? I'm not going to need much convincing. So yeah, I'll probably end up, I say probably because once I start playing a game, I think, you know what, I'd really like to LP this and to get maximum enjoyment. I might do a full run, like I did with Divinity of Original Sin 2. That was never intended to be a full run. Look what happened to that series. So it could be a similar situation, but the plan that I'm thinking is play it single player, and just give you a couple of streams to give you a bit of a flavour. And we'll see how quickly that changes if I enjoy it. But it did look good from the preview, so I'm going to do a little bit of research after this stream. Not to try and spoil it too much, but I just want to see a couple of little bits. And then I shall make my choice and let you know in the Discord. You'll probably see me in the Discord playing it anyway. Armed robbery at the cafe. Have we got any new stuff going on? Yeah, I want everything, please. I'm greedy. I want everything. Oh, and of course, Atticus Core have come on our list. What can they do for us? Okie dokie. So we've got an armed robbery here. Fredo. Song. John. And Truve. Fredo, you're under observation just for one more shift. Just to prove that the last one wasn't a fluke, yeah? But yeah, useful. A couple of useful options in the Atticus section. Safe firing for 1,500. So if somebody ticks us off, we can fire them illegally, but safely.
I was trying to raise T1, Sergeant Hot Spot.
Armed robbery. It looks like, folks, it looks like the last day was a bit of a one-off and he's resorted back to his usual tactic. Resorted back to his usual tactic of shouting for reinforcements, reinforcements! Fredo, I'm sending you out with Purdy now. I warned you. I warned you. I warned you. You're not getting reinforcements. You are too cautious. You need to learn to stand on your own to flip it. Actually, no, we'll always send Percy, in fact. Change my mind, we'll send Percy, because Percy's the reinforcement guy when it comes to these situations. But you're going to be move shifts, and you are going to be partnering Purdy, so she can show you how to handle yourself. You are not doing it properly. You're not doing it properly, son. Right, so move yourself to shift B, so that Purdy can teach you a trick or two, and then we're going to have to swap an officer, because we're losing quite a bit of experience there. So I hate to do this to you, Sonny Jim, but Yancey's Angels are no more. They've been disbanded. There's too many men in the team there now. The Angels part has gone. It was nice while it lasted, but Yancey would make a perfect partner. He would make a perfect partner for Officer Robbins. Yancey and Robbins. That could be the new dream team. Could be. So Fredo, get yourself with Purdy. She's going to teach you a trick or two, because you are disappointing me. Extortion at the school. Extorting them for grades. This is an easy job. Pretzker, Darnell, sort this out, please. Halloween special. I'm thinking, I mean, it's not quite on how on earth did 3 jobs just come in at the same time? What the hell is the game trying to do to me? I'll get to the Halloween special soon enough. Let's see if we can weed out a false call here. A urinating old man on the cathedral wall. Okay, that's a bit over it. That's a bit too much. That's a real call. An assault. Suspicious individual. Mephistopheles is coming over for a drink. False call. And okay, that's a real call as well, and that's a protest, and that's outside City Hall, which means that they won't be happy if we let that go on. So suspicious individual, that's the false one. Armed robbery, of course, is perfectly fine. They were fine with 4 people, but once again, all you know, what's a P word for cautious? P, synonym for cautious that begins with a P. Pondering. Find me a P word that's a synonym for cautious. Oh, extortion. The police arrive at the gym during recess and the gym teacher spots them and tries to escape. But the other exit is chained shut. Panicky Prado. We all know Panicky Prado. The other exit is chained shut. Windows are secure with thick steel screens. Prudent. Prudent would indicate that he's got some modicum of sense. Surely. Nah, panicky Prado. Yeah, panic Prado. Okay, reinforcements! Yeah, we don't need reinforcements, boss. Don't tell me I'm the expert. Reinforcements! Bloody panicky Prado. Yeah, fire shots. We're in a school, don't fire shots. Don't fire shots in a school. Get out of the handcuffs. Okay. He's climbing the rope. He's climbing the rope. Unless there's an escape route at the top of that rope, sir, we can stay here for a long time. Are you going to stay up there all night? Or are you going to come down and face the consequences? I didn't think this through, did I? No, sir, you didn't. Are you coming down now? Yes. Good. Well done, Petska. Good communication skills. Good communication. Well done. What the hell is going on here? Too much crime is happening. An armed robbery. A broker spoke quickly on the phone. I just brushed up against some asshole in a blue baseball cap out on the street, and he came up behind me, jabbed in the back with a gun, and took my wallet, my watch, my gold ring. Okay, armed robbery in progress. That's quite bad. That sounds like a job for Robbins and Gorshkov to me. But there's an assault here first that's more pertinent. We can't have old men being beaten up outside a church. No siree. That's a false call. This is an unlawful assembly. We can't possibly do everything here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Right, we're going to have to take unlawful assembly. Just be good, yeah? If you can't be good, be ugly. Oh my god, how many people are going to sacrifice? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What was the other call? These 3 on their own with a SWAT van, paddy van, is not going to be sufficient. It is peaceful though. Peaceful protest. Shout for backup if you need it. Peaceful protest. Armed robbery. Prado. You're already going with Purdy. So you're doomed. Do what you want. Call for backup, but no one's coming because we're too busy. We've rushed off his bloody feet here, man. We've rushed off his feet. That was a false call. Great. Oh, we knew that. Hello? City Hall here. City Hall. Mayor's going to the bookstore. What? He's going to the bookstore to prevent his biography. He needs to be escorted to safety. Does he? Yeah, sorry? No. Can't stand the man. And they've almost got me money, so screw him.
412A.
Look at that. Can always rely on Robbins. And even good old Gorbachev. I mean, he's doing well. Let's have a look at Gorbachev, shall we? Let's have a look at his stats. A and none, but he seems to have alcohol problems. If you come from Russia, he likes the vodka. Likes the vodka. Who can blame him? Hello? Hello, what's that? Yeah, I did think this might be a little bit too much for 3 people, so I'll take 2 more. Petska's good with communications. He talked a man down from a rope. Will that help you? No? He's coming anyway. Vandalism in the suburb. Maybe we should have taken to that. I don't know. Armed robbery. Here we go. All of them are wearing baseball caps. Oh yeah, this is Prado. This is careful Prado, cautious Prado, pissy pants Prado, prudent Prado, panicky, prudent, pissy pants Prado. There you go. We'll have all of them. He's going to carefully observe. We can't rush in, people. We can't rush in here. Let me just observe the situation. I've got 3 stripes, you know. 3 stripes. I haven't earned these by being foolish, no matter what the chief says. He's not on the streets. He's sat behind a desk drinking bloody whiskey and having a cigar. He's cutting his hair and whatnot, getting new threads. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm going to carefully observe. And because of his careful observation, one of his colleagues that's gone to the job with him gets struck by the side of the head and reaches for a gun. Now what are you going to do? Eh? Your cautiousness has just led to your colleague getting assaulted. Man's now pulling out a gun. What are you going to do now? Now he's going to shoot him with a taser. Finally. Finally. Song is not impressed. Song refuses to go on a job with Prado anymore. So now we can't send Song and Prado on the same job. What are you doing? What are you flipping doing? A one-man job. Are you having a laugh here? Are you having a laugh? Veteran Daniel Crockett claims that his neighbour is a student is constantly taking poos on his front porch. What? He's nearly plastered every step. It's probably a dog or a cat. How do you know it's your neighbour? And we haven't got any staff, I'm sorry. We can't be going around to every report of neighbours pooing on porches. It was dogs, you see? It was dogs. Dearie me. Assault at the foundry. Unlawful assembly. Good job, team, good job. Peaceful as always. Good to see nobody was struck with batons. Do not like that kind of thing. Very good. Right, an assault at the foundry. Enraged by the latest wave of cuts at the plant, Adair Ortiz attacked his boss and beat him severely. He's gone and snapped. He's an angry man. But this time it's different. He's growling like a wild beast. And is about to throw the boss into a vat of molten metal. That could be an issue. Could be a problem. We'll tend to it. Just bear with us. So we're just getting our forces ready. Forces at the ready. Hey, brother, that was close. That was very close. Prado, would you awfully mind going to the assaulted foundry, please? And take Song with... No, can't go with Song anymore. Song refuses to go with him. Go with John. Go with Darnell. Go with Truve. I'm sure the 4 of you have this. We're just setting up. He's gonna call for backup. It's 2 officers short. He's got his bouncer. Let's test the waters. He's got a bouncer call for backup. Drug trafficking at the port. Oh, that's a big job. Let's send everybody. Robbins. Gorbachev. Get stuck in. Percy. Just look good. Petska. Don't forget your rope. And we're depleted. Right, if anybody asks for backup, we're screwed because we've got no backup. Oh, Hell's on Wheels car dealership, drug trafficking. A local car dealership is being used to smuggle heroin. Stored in the spare tyre. Amateurs. You want to store it in a hearse. Although we did crack the hearse. We did crack the funeral parlour gang, so maybe don't put it in a hearse. Adair Ortiz is standing over a vat of molten metal. He's wearing a protective suit and holding his unconscious boss by the throat, screaming like a wild man. Ooh, this is a tough call. This is Prado in charge, though. We push the suspected victim away from the vat. Could be a good call. Shooting the suspect may lead to him dropping the victim in the vat. Firing a warning shot may spook him, cause him to throw his man in the vat. Let's try and push him away.
412A.
Bang out of the way! Sir, he had no time to dither there. You see, when he's got no time to dither and think, and he has to act there and then, it snaps him out of that stupidity. So there is some sense of, there's a sign that he could improve. Bit of training from Purdy, and he might just see this out. But he still needs to go. Still needs to go. Drug trafficking. Nice one, team. Can always rely on Robbins to do the job. Stash the heroin in the old property store, please. Thank you. Right, drug trafficking. SWAT team available. Officers available, coming back from their jobs. Just bear with us. Don't go anywhere, drug traffickers. We are coming, you know. Just bear with us. Oh, too slow, and we couldn't have made it. It's a false goal! Woohoo! I knew it was a false goal, I knew it. Day done. We give Prado a hard time, but he has successfully completed 14 assignments and never failed one. So, you know, caution does have its place, but no. You've got to do these jobs with a certain pizzazz. He's not doing it. But boss, I've done 14 jobs and I've never failed one yet. Don't give me your lip. Don't try to justify with stats, pal. Yeah, but the stats are telling me that. Don't try to tell me how to do my job. I'm telling you, you're not good enough. I mean, look at Robbins. 52 jobs and 4 failures, but they were not his fault. 52 successful assignments. A battle-hardened warrior. How about Gorshi? 9-0. Son, 10-0. John, 22-2. Oh, Petska failed one. That's because he was with Percy, you see. He is definitely the worst. 22-6. Goodness me. 6-0. 6-0. Yeah. What a fine team. Right. Prado. Oh, it's probably going to work back-to-back shifts, actually. I'm going to enjoy this. See how Prado gets on with Purdy. Prado and Purdy! Could it be a new? No, it's not going to be. I can tell you now, Purdy is not going to be impressed being lumbered with this guy. Stuntman killed. Prison funding cuts. Okay, we've gained a green thumb. Gained a green thumb. Right. My son has come down with a serious illness. Yeah, go on then, have the day off. I was up all night reading an exciting detective story. No, you can't have it off. He's here, look. He's here. Hey, he's here, he's here, he's here. Oh yeah, by the way, just in case you get any more ideas as to whether or not you are the big officer on the team. But I've got 3 stripes. I should not have to bow down. I should not need to be. Shut up. She's got 3 stripes, and she's higher ranking than you. Okay? Do you want to just go back into your little box now? All right. Purdy, teach him. Yeah? What we talked about earlier, sort him out. Right, this is the last day. 9:30, I'm going to finish. I did say I was going to finish between 9:30 and 10 because I had a long day at work. So I'm going to finish today, the last day. Purdy and Prado, let's see how they get on. And then in the next session, which should be on the weekend, we'll continue onwards towards our quest for $500,000, which we're getting there. So let's make it a good one, team. Make it a good one. Hey! Woohoo! We've got new recruits. Susie Gibbons, Donna Fitzsimmons, and Victor Vasquez. Victor Vasquez reminds me so warmly of Victor Valdez. Remember Victor Valdez from Motorsport Manager? Oh, Valdez, you're back in the officer form. My name's Vasquez, boss. No, it's not. It's Valdez. Don't argue with me. Right. Susie, shift B. That's where most of the women go. Valdez, shift A. Donna. I don't mean to be rude. It's probably a woman because she's called Donna and she's got earrings in. But if you were to take off the name and you were to take away the earrings, I mean, you can't see me doing it on my screen, but I'm taking away the earrings. Take away the name, take a step back. It's 50-50. It is 50-50. Shift A. I think that'll work. That'll work. Yeah. Look at that. She could be. She could be. Who's to say she's not? It's a very good point. Why is my mouse not working properly? Not a clue. Stop doing that! Okay, one more police officer. I've got them. I'm already one step ahead of you, City Hall. And we get a raise as well. Armed robbery. 3 drunk women entered the all-night store, grabbed a drink of Diet Coke. Because they'd seen the Diet Coke advert, you know, with the muscly guy and the sweat dripping down the body and the music. I don't want you to be no slave. Diet Coke break. I'll have one of them. Then the shopkeeper walked into the back room. And they've grabbed a shotgun and wounded the shopkeeper. Just when we were beginning to like you ladies. Oh dear. It's not a job for Purdy, this. It's not fisticuffs. It's violence with guns. Now, this would usually be a Yancey type of job, who's a bit more of the sharpshooter, but Yancey's now gone. We can't send Prado because Prado's been teamed up with Purdy, so he goes where Purdy goes. So, Asano, you're going to have to take Yancey's place now as the kind of... You did learn from Kotri, so you're a bit more reserved, but we still need you to pull out the stops when required. But we'll send you with the old schoolers, and we'll also tag along Obi, who we're just taking along with it. You know, we like this guy. These two are the Dumb and Dumber. I don't know why. We're just kind of throwing them in the deep end with low-level jobs. Maybe that's why they're not completely happy. We've only got 3 bars. Maybe they know that we are pitching them into the really crappy jobs, dealing with girls in closets and stuff. Boss, come on, give us something decent. Ah, shut up. Shut up. I'm off for a Diet Coke break now. That's 2 adverts that I'm going to watch after this session's finished. Tommy Singh, 2 Thumbs Fresh Thai Fu advert, and now the Diet Coke advert.
1210 in progress.
Memories of were they the 90s or the 2000s? 2000s probably.
We've got a situation.
Armed robbery alert. The women are having fun, drinking alcohol, and throwing food around the store. When they see the police, one of the girls grabs a shotgun and opens fire. It's a bit excessive. Kotri. Wait a second. Back door. Come. Slip round the back door. They obviously are not seasoned shooters. They are not the kind of... It's not Bonnie and Clyde we're dealing with here. These are just drunk women, drunk on coke. I don't know how that happens. Maybe they've got their own rum or in a hip flask somewhere. They are obviously going to be a little bit slack when it comes to tactics. So we are going to outthink them in the old tactical front, and we're just going to slip around the back. Maybe even Austin is shouting and screaming at the front door, "I'm coming in, the police are here, I'm coming through," distracting them, whilst Sano and Spain slip around the back and indeed end up nabbing them. Good tactical arrest there, Asana. Very good indeed. I think Asana's going about her job in a quiet. Oh, I was just about to say, you just taking the words right out of my mouth, Kirinist. I was about to say she's kind of quietly gone about her job. She was like 200 or something professionalism when she started out. She's learned from Purdy, she's learned from Cottrey, she's learned from the books. She's then come back and she's just continued to go about her business. 42 and 2, and yet she's only one stripe. Seems to me that I think she should be in line for a promotion, you know? She's done it. She's been there, she's done it, she's learned. She was the apprentice, but now you could almost say she's one of the masters. She's ascended to that level. I think, next promotion, I think it could be Asano. I mean, Spain as well, bless her. She's got no stripes, and she's the same. She's been old-timer, she's risen through the ranks. Perhaps we've not given these officers enough credit. Their thunder has been stolen by the more loud and brash officers that like to steal the limelight. The quiet ones that just go about the day-to-day business. Sometimes they get overlooked. Suspicious individual. The Black Handsome Barbershop called to report that a man in a hood and sunglasses asked for a haircut so that no one could recognise him. He may be on the run from the law. There's nothing wrong there. I'm not going to that.
1210 complete.
Surprised his wife on his wedding anniversary. I'm going blonde, love.
712 in progress.
Abduction at the kindergarten. Albertina Vasileva burst into the nursery, grabbed her son and tried to run. Okay. We've got our first job for Purdy. Mad woman grabs son that she doesn't have rights to see at the moment, or rights to have at the, what do you call it? Rights of custody. And she's locked herself in a room. Prado, get your stuff. But I can talk to the woman. I can talk her out, and this, you know, you can't have the child seeing violence. It would not be right. Let me take the court. Shut up! Come with me. Be quiet. Shooting in the ghetto. Colonel Cowan has been fighting with his 42-year-old mother's 23-year-old boyfriend. A neighbour called the police and said that these people had been at it for a long time. Oh, shouting you mean? Yes, shouting at each other in the street. And now the guns have been pulled and there's been opening fire and the woman's been shot in the leg and people have been shot in the stomach and all kinds of... Asano, this is a mess. This is a mess. Take the old schoolers, Hode as well, and sort this out. I'm worried at the lack of leadership out of these four. Dumb and Dumber, Obi's been learning. He has got a stripe. Anderson's also a bit of a rookie. There's all the experience of going here. Bit of a free-for-all here. Let's see how they cope. Scanlon might have to step up. He's got 2 stripes, for God's sake. Yeah, let's hope that Spade and Asano, and Austin as well. Austin is the same. Let's have a look at Austin's stats. 30 and 2. She's been there from the start too. We can't give everybody a promotion, of course, but you know, maybe we could send. If we can't promote them, maybe we should send them on a training course. They can get a stripe that way as well. But we're not spending money. Abduction, kindergarten, Purdy, and Prado. Children and caregivers are crowding around the door. Prado, deal with the crowd, please. But I think I could talk to someone. I could talk to some senators as well. Guard the crowd, please. Okay. Okay, so he's tasked with crowd control. Meanwhile, Purdy is tasked with dealing with the woman. Behind the door, the child is yelling and speaks in a murmur. I want my daddy! There's a sound of someone trying to open a window. There's a pit is not an option for kick down the door with size 12 boot. But, if in doubt, shout threats. Do not make me run, love. Do not make me run. Open this door now, and I'll take it easy on you.
712 complete.
The door was opened, and, well, not wanting to take any chances, really. Purdy does floor the woman, whilst Prader rushes in to try and shield the poor child from witnessing his mother crashing to the floor. But she did take it easy on her. She promised her she would take it easy, so she didn't use any weapons. She didn't strike her. She just took her down in, as we would call it in the UK police force, a Home Office approved technique. Oh, hang fire, hang fire. The shooting in the ghetto has turned a bit sour. I think just one more will do. Obi, go help him out. Go give him a helping hand. That should be more than sufficient. More than sufficient to deal with that situation. Child abuse. That doesn't sound like a false call. The slap in the face could be just discipline, you know? Children need to be taught discipline. I mean, slapping in the face, maybe a bit harsh. I mean, I probably wouldn't strike a child in the face myself. But, you know, this is the 80s, don't forget. You've got to put your 80s goggles on. And as an 80s goggles person, slapping your child in the face was probably commonplace. But then the drowning in the pool pies is a little bit much. So we'll have to get over to there. And, nah, that's not a fugitive. It's a lucky like it. Ooh, Atticus Tower Corps. 4 officers. There's money. There's money involved there. There's money involved. Right, you 3, go sort out this child abuse situation. Don't think we need 4. It's a mother. Go do that. This is a suspicious. This is a false call.
1210 complete.
Latin American soap star. Mass murderer. Dangerous killer. Soap star. It's almost as bad as 207, 205. What number is it? Well done team. Come back. I need you to go to the Atticus Corps. Come on.
10A in progress.
What? He's demolishing another. We don't like him. He's putting up buildings everywhere. He's turning it into a concrete jungle. Shut up. We can't get involved in political situations. The man needs assistance. We shall assist. What does he want anyway this time? I didn't read it. Demolishing another park, yes. Oh no, that's the first issue. Ooh, stealing construction materials. Okay, yeah, we need to deal with that. It's crime, it's crime. Just because he's demolishing parks doesn't mean that he should be any less. A stoned voice shouts into the emergency line that some guy with a top hat was going to saw a woman in half at the park. Some kind of sacrifice. It's another cosplay thing. It's another cosplay thing. Fire at the beach! 4 black men with shovels and metal detectors were walking along the beach and came upon something valuable. Okay. Started fighting over the find and bashed him with the metal detector. Killed him. Okay, this is real. This is a real call. Another performance, of course. And let us go. We need to, send our lowest ranking officers here. Okay, and for this one, we need as many officers as possible. So we'll wait till we get some more back. Oh, theft as well. That's a problem. That's a real job as well. That's a real job, my friends. Right. A fight on the beach is going to have... Oh, it's a fight. What am I bloody worrying about? It's a flipping fight. Oh, we need 6... We don't need 6 officers. We just need Purdy and Prado and Spain and Asana. That'll do. 4 will be enough. Right. Ding ding. Round 2. Prado. Come on. Yeah, don't sigh at me. Come on. Fight on the beach. Now. And then Anderson and... Oh, I've split up the Dumb and Dumber duo for now. Go look for this theft jewellery thing. Might be a false call, that, to be fair, but we can't chance it. Right. How do they get on in the park? 8 grand. 479,000, which 21,000 to go. Well, we're miles away from the deadline. We're going to do this easy. Easy peasy, all above board. Officers unharmed. Civilians unharmed. Offenders harmed. Fists were flying. Metal detectors were flying. Shovels were used by the police. And Prado was gobsmacked. Oh, we could probably solve this, but I'll do that in the next session.
9/11 complete.
Theft, not a problem. Well done, team. Ooh, jewellery found. A fight, a fight. Massive fight. Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah. Oh come on. No, come on, make it back in time. I'm not going to make it back in time. They're not going to make it back in time. Right, we're going to have to go with what we've got. We may need reinforcements. I hope they ask for reinforcements. Ask for reinforcements, yeah. You're going there just as first responders. Pull up around the corner, a holding point, and then radio for assistance. A forward holding point. Do not go to the scene. Get around the corner, rendezvous. No.
We've got a situation
Oh
here.
no, 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 call! No! Call for reinforcements! Don't! Forward holding point! This is the last job of the session. This is the last job of the session. They have gone understaffed to a massive fight. Oh no. No. Forward holding point. It's a common police tactic. If you're understaffed and backup is coming, or is, you don't go to the scene. If there's 2 of you and the report is a fight of 20 people, you don't go to the scene. You go round. You go 2 minutes away. You wait for the backup to arrive, and then you go en masse. You don't go to the scene. The crowd is screaming on the dance floor. And people are crawling around, struggling to get up. Boom! Musicians are fighting. Chairs are being thrown. Oh, it's a bedlam. Bedlam. Right, we're going to try. Who's gone to this job? Asar or Austin? Right, okay. Let's instead of inciting even more violence, why is this happening? Why is my screen gone off? I've lost my screen. I've lost my screen, people. I've got power, but I don't have. My screen's gone black. Nope, I'm back in again. Loose wire, I think. You can see my screen. I can't see my screen. My screen went off. I think my display port wire's come a bit loose. Right, massive fight. And yeah, first of all, we're concerned for the officers' welfare. That's the first thing. That's my main concern. But Purdy is fuming. Oh, who's in charge of this charade? Who's the officer in charge? It's Austin. Austin's in charge of this. She's gone straight to the scene. And Purdy is absolutely not happy. She is gonna absolutely give Austin, if she comes back alive of course, a royal roasting about this. A royal roasting. How dare she? How dare she? A massive fight. Not just a regular, a massive fight. This is pure Purdy territory. And if Purdy was present, she would have cleared the way with a nightstick. With dual nightsticks, wielding boosh, boof. The fight would have been done and dusted, but she's not there to do that. So we've got Austin, who's certainly no Purdy, who instead is going to focus her attention on trying to save people before they're crushed in an attempt to not escalate the situation. So focus on public safety first in the hope that people will see that we're concerned for welfare and they don't turn their attention on us. Let's see how that works out, shall we, love? Let's see how that works out. The vocalist starts yelling into the microphone, "Fuck the cops! Piss on the pigs!" And then, despite her efforts to show that she was trying to help people, save their lives from being crushed and suffocated, the people turn on them despite that fact. And it's at this point, you get those situations, is it on Facebook or on Twitter and things, and you watch a video and something goes wrong, and then people freeze frame it at the moment that something goes wrong, and they're like, the realization sets in on the person's face, and people put, this is when they realized things are gonna go wrong, or usually a bit more, harsher than that with a couple of swear words. This is when they realized that the shit had hit the fan. Helping people. He starts on the microphone, yeah, F the police, and then Austin turns and looks, and that's the moment she realises we got messed up. We should have gone to a forward holding point. We're in a bit of trouble. Get out the taser and prepare to play defence. Shoot the loudspeaker. Run out of the club. Yeah. Oh man. This ain't like a retreat when you ask for backup retreat. This is a retreat. This is going to dictate what happens on the outcome. Austin, with no stripes, face like horror. Realization, we done messed up. If there's an opportunity to get out, I think she'll take the opportunity to get out. You can only taser one person. The barbs go in, the taser's done. You've tasered one person, you've got another 2, 3 people coming at you. Taser's no good at this point. Taser's no good. Shooting the loudspeaker's no good. He's said his piece. They're already descending on you. You've got to get out. You've got to get out. He's already incited the violence. You've done messed up. So if she's dead, that's her tombstone. Austin, you've done messed up.
311 complete.
What? Okay, I've not seen that before. Where we've actually caught the offender. Everybody's unharmed from the officer's side, but a civilian died. I've never seen that. But their officers are alive. However, I wouldn't want to be in Austin's shoes when she gets back to the Nick. I would not want to be in her shoes. Oh no. I do not wish to be in your shoes. Because 3-stripe Purdy. Oh yeah. They slink back to the police station. It ain't 3 AM. We've been here for hours. It's now 5 AM. Shift finished at 2. She slinks back to the police station. And Purdy's there. Oh yeah. Purdy's sat at her desk at 5 AM. Purdy never sits at her desk at 5 AM. Purdy's gone. Purdy's out of the doors. Purdy's at home at this time. Not tonight, she's not. And with that thought, I'll leave you. What on earth will Purdy do to Austin? You'll have to find out in the next session. But I'm sure you can imagine how that conversation will go. Oh, What's that, Purdy? What's that, Purdy, on your desk as you're about to speak to Austin? Oh, it's the Encyclopedia Britannica, is it? It's a rather large book. What do you need that for? Soothing jazz music. Right, we'll turn that off. just check if there's a cutscene first. Oh dear. Encyclopedia Britannica. It's a very heavy book. Oh dear. Right. Not bad. Purdy is gonna go to town. Oh my god, my drunken Russian friend has not turned up to work today. Oh dear. Right. Okay, so there we go. Due to my extended 11.5-hour shift at work today, I'm going to end the stream an hour and 10 minutes early. But also, I do want to check out this new game, Greedfall, before I go to bed too. So, a little bit shorter than usual, but I've still had an absolutely whale of a time. I've got to say, I do enjoy this game. And I think it really does add to the enjoyment factor for me that I used to be a police officer. I think it's coming quite handy, and I think it's brought back some old memories, and I think it helps to put myself into the position and all that. So, thank you all for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your week. It's Tuesday today, so there's still a long way to go, but we'll get there together. And the next stream of this will more than likely be on Saturday, where we will continue on. We're about that close to our retirement fund. Will Purdy bring Prado up to scratch? Will Austin be alive at the start of the next session? We'll find out next time. So until then, see you soon.